Welcome back to the Lance Wallnau Show. I've got Catherine Engelbrecht. We were in the middle of discussing how you, listening at the precipice of this drama of less than 105 days or 100 days by the time this broadcast goes out, of the future of America being determined, you don't want to go back and look at this and say, I wish I had done more. You can do something right. You can be a paid participant. Well, I don't have time, Lance. You can get paid to do it. I mean, my gosh, there's a way to be a certified official behind you. They're not going to put up the cardboard and block you out because you're an official. Catherine, they can go to truethevote.com and learn how to do that. Is that correct?
Yes, go to truethevote.org and then click on engage, click on in your state. Select your state and you will see exactly how you can get plugged in to be an election worker, answer any question that you may need to know the information about, and then join us on our webinars and podcasts that happen throughout the week. We are all in this together, growing in number, but to vote, serve, and pray is where our heads need to be for these next 100-some days.
Just out of curiosity, how do we get, if people want to become more involved, conservatives want to become more active and more engaged, what's the typical journey that they take in order to smartly begin to get into the mainstream?
It's a great question. I think first you just have to choose in. You have to decide that just voting is not enough this year and you're willing to sacrifice your time. From there, I will tell you that it is not necessarily the straightest path, certainly not as straight as I would like it. I would love to be able to plug people directly into the spots that need plugging, but that's just not the way the system is set up right now. If you're wanting to serve, you can anticipate needing to make a few calls to your county, following up. It's very much all hands on deck in trying to find those spots because, frankly, our government and our election process has become accustomed to lack of citizen participation. And so when people show up to work, oftentimes they don't even know what to do with that. So start now, but it's a process. We are right here to walk alongside you and support you in that. And there's really no wrong path. It's just a function of what time you have and the positions that are available to you locally, and then just, grow where you're planted. But there's enough work for everyone. And if you can't work in elections, True the Vote will still have things that you can do on the outside just to support those working inside. And we'll be here till the bitter end.
There's so many ways
together.
People can do things. I mean,
That's right.
we do these courage tours, right? So you want to go to thecouragetour.com, by the way, to catch our last summer events we're doing here with 100 days. But I mean, we have letter writing. People don't even realize you can write a letter. There's 19 key counties out of 3,143 that are going to be the swing vote counties. You can write a letter and someone else will actually put a stamp on it. And all you're doing is writing a letter to someone to encourage them to vote and how important it is that they participate. And it doesn't, you can write a couple of letters. There's so many ways people can do things. Isn't that right, Mercedes?
Absolutely. There's lots of different ways to get in. And we have our app too, As One America, and you can go to the app. You can do that right there. You can send SMS. You can call voters. You can door knock in your neighborhood. Lots of ways to plug in. So that's the As One America
think
app.
of that, Catherine. We're paying for an app. I don't even push it. I'm throwing everything I got into this. But it's expensive. It's an app that gives our people the ability to identify their neighbors who are low propensity voters. They probably share their values. They're probably conservative Christians that just, they throw their hands up. What difference does it make? And they're your neighbors. You don't have to go talk to a stranger. You can literally say, hey, I live over here in the same development. And you could do that. Colonel Alan West was a guest one day and he blew my mind. He's in Texas. He said, Lance, in Dallas County alone, he mentions all the precinct positions that are open, precinct committees and precinct roles. And I was shocked. In this evangelical belt buckle of the Bible Belt, all the empty seats we have in precincts, and you kind of were politely saying it earlier, but I think if I heard between the lines, I think the Republican Party people like not to have the intrusive Tea Party fanatics showing up because we don't understand. We make it hard for them with our fanaticism. And so these opportunities are there, but the party isn't saying, hey, we got some vacancies over here, because they're not asking for you to have influence. They'd rather do it themselves.